Good evening, my lovelies. What it do, what it do, what it do. This Miss Yakov coming straight from that Spiker Star, aka the Messenger, aka the Virgo Goddess, aka the Daughters of Zion, aka that Topaz Gem Sapphire. And listen, always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Miss Yakov is trying to say. Remember, I'm just an outsider looking into your world, see things that you just don't see, okay? But dig this here. The name of this is called Should Another Man Be Responsible for Another Man's Disabled Bloodline? Take a look at this right here. Okay. She made a post that said, anyone to play with my top. No one can walk a mile in my shoes, not even the little leprechaun I had them with. For a man to say he will disappear from my kids because he can't pick and choose which kid he wants to treat your disabled daughter like she doesn't she doesn't matter, but treat your son like he only matters when you have the time. I will never let anyone treat my kids differently. They have the same two parents, so he will get what God has in store for him. It's crazy how men can walk around and blame the woman for them being SHITTY fathers. Okay? Yeah. So basically, right? Now the little girl is disabled, okay, which means she has genetic problems. Her genetics is totally different and modified from her brother, which means his father is not her father, okay? What happened was she's feeling some type of way because he's taking care of his bloodline and her other baby father ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. He ain't taking care of his bloodline. So she mad at him, at the son's father, for not doing for the little girl. That's what that is. But here's the deal. She can't force another man to take care of another man's bloodline. She can't. I mean, if he wants to do it on his own, that's just like if it's her body, her choice is his resources and his choice. If he wants to do it out the kindness of his heart, then so be it. That's his choice. But he's not obligated to take care of another man's bloodline. I'm sorry, he's just not obligated, and she's mad and upset with that. And then the next thing is this: she's going to turn the little boy against his father and say all these nasty and horrible things about his father and say that his father never did anything for him and his father is a piece of shit. You know, the typical things that black females do. They turn their kids against the father, all because they can't get what they want. But see, nobody hurts in this situation except for the kids. She ain't doing nothing but hurting the kids. She think that's a flex. That's not a flex. That's not a flex, because the kids is hurting at the end of the day. The kids is hurting at the end of the day. And you want to know what else too? Proverbs 14:1 says, a wise woman builds her house, but a foolish woman tears hers down with her own hands. She's tearing down her own household with her own hands, because none of her kids got a father. And you want to know what's crazy too about these females? They be giving that coochie up for free to everybody else, but they want the winner to take care of them. It don't work that way. It just don't work that way. She done had dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of guys beat that pussy up. Okay? And she ain't never told them they had to take care of her and her kids. Okay? But now all of a sudden she want the son's father, okay, to take care of the little girl Justice that don't belong to him. That ain't right. She needs to go back to Justice father and go get Justice father. And we seen this plenty of times when you watch Paternity Court and Maury Povich, how these chicks be sitting up here pinning these babies on these guys, talking about he's the father, he's the father. I'm 100% sure that he's the father. Look at little Ricky. Little Ricky look just like him. They got the same little penis and they look just alike. And then when the paternity test come back out, it comes out that he's not the father. Then they go run in the back somewhere, drop down on the floor, crying the blues or whatever the case may be. No, he ain't the father. And there's no way. She said she did a DNA test. There's no way she did a DNA test because the little girl has modified DNA. She has a lot of genetic problems. She has osteoporosis imperfecta, genesis imperfecta, which is a genetic disorder. Okay, she got a lot of things wrong with her DNA. Okay, her DNA is already modified. So her DNA and a little boy's DNA is not a match, which means that's not his father is not her father, her biological father. But she expects his father to take care of her. Okay, and you see a lot of this stuff online with these females, especially these black females. They be getting mad at their baby fathers because they baby fathers bring the kids, bring they bloodline food and sneakers and all that, and then they'll get mad, okay, and want to take the sneakers or take the food and throw it in the garbage and throw it back at him because he ain't buy for the rest of the kids. He's not obligated because that's not his bloodline. If you lay down with a freaky bum that couldn't provide, whose fault is that? That's your fault. You tear your own house down with your own hands. That ain't got nothing to do with him. And see, these chicks be sitting up here and they be living real foul. They be putting these dudes on child support, ruining their lives. And some of these guys, they willing to take care of the kid, but it's the female. That's why you gotta watch who you have children with. For real, for real. Okay, and chicks like her, Monique McCubbin, okay, chicks like her, let me tell you what black chicks like her, they got the highest of HIV and they got the highest of single mothers at over 47%. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Leave these chicks alone. Let the freaky bum feed them. Let the freaky bum feed them. They lay down with a freaky bum. They let a freaky bum trick them out they pussy. And now reality's setting in. And let me just say this before I get on out of here, okay? You ever notice ever since the budget cuts and all that been going on, these chicks been losing their mind lately. I mean, the prostitution done went up. The prostitution done skyrocketed. Ever since this budget cut and all this stuff going on with the government and all that, chicks been losing their mind. They going back to niggas. They calling niggas that they dissed. They dissed the good guy for the freaky bum. Okay? Now all of a sudden the freaky bum done played them out. Now they calling back. They trying to backtrack to the good guy now. Now the good guy like, nah, kick bricks. You ain't want me before. Nah, kick bricks. What Mike Jones say, back then they didn't want you. Now you hot, they all on you. Yeah, it's one of those situations like that. Okay, and another thing is this, right? It's going to be a famine coming up. It ain't going to be nothing to feed her livestock. And another thing is this. We talking about Jerusalem. Jerusalem have the souls of those two kids in the palm of their hand. There's no way they entering in Jerusalem and there's no father. There's no illegitimate children. They're not part of Abraham's bloodline. So where you think she going with those two kids? And she got the nerve to be the captain of the sinking ship. I tell you, a black female should never ever be the captain of the ship because she knoweth nothing. She knoweth nothing. She's a fool. Okay, she tears down her own house with her own hands, and then she sits up here and blames everybody else except for blaming herself. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here. Just that Spiker star, the brightest star of the constellation, looking into your world, see things that you just don't see. Hey, listen, ain't no man obligated to take care of another man's disabled bloodline. That is not his bloodline. They have different types of DNA. Her DNA is modified. She laid down with a modified person that with poor DNA. Okay, and that's what she got, and it's eating her up. And she want that little boy's father to pay for it. And the little boy's father is not having that. He stood his ground and put her in her place, just like he should. And now she's mad, and now she's going to try to turn her son against his own father. These black chicks is wicked and evil, and their day is coming. Anywho, looking into your world, see things you just don't see. I'm out.